back again, and it's just a continuation of the last one. I'm trying really hard to keep everything under 20 minutes just now, so that it's not too long for you to be watching. Right, so that's that part done. And then I'm going to use my Mod Podge just to, and these as well, they're wire backed, so you can actually bend them and give them a bit of body as well, which I do. And I'm going to put them on with the silicone glue because there's a bit of body in them and I want them to move a wee bit. That will help that. I'll put that on a scrap there so it doesn't leak. And that can go there. And we'll have one at the other side. As I said, you can be rough with these if you like, these wee leaves. I think I get these from Wild Orchid Crafts, but it was ages ago, and to be honest with you, I don't use them enough. I mean, I've got a full bag there, and I think I've probably used about half a dozen of them if I'm lucky. Mostly because I'm not a flowery person. Usually that's where I'll be, nah, that's not me type of thing. But recently, I've been more into my florals than I used to be. I'm going to turn that slightly because I've only got the one on that side. Because I would need to cut a hell of a lot off if I put another one on this side. I think I'll put a wee bit of silicone under that actually, just to help it to set. Glossy Accents isn't working on that one. As I said, you just work around it and do what you can. Try not to stress out over things like that. It's meant to be art, it's meant to be fun. So don't be getting yourself upset over something so tedious as something not quite working the way it should. So that's going there, and I'll let that sit up there just now to dry off a wee bit. And what I'm going to do is grab out, yep, I'm not going to need any more pink. I'm going to add the crystal ice and see what I can do with that. See if that gives me a nice wee sparkle on my wings. Should do. Right, a bit of rubbish, so there we go. crystallise. We were the birthdays now, I think. And I've got my tiny brush for this one. And I'm putting a generous layer on it because it should dry clear anyway, or almost clear, so the pink should still come through it. I'm hoping. Says Karen with confidence that she doesn't really feel. But it was just too pretty a paint not to try. You know, you've just... That's the joy of mixed media. You see what works and what doesn't. And if it doesn't work, you change it. And I'm just going to go around just the very edges of this bottom part of the wing, so that there still is a wee bit of peril in it, because the peril paint is beautiful as well. I'll see what you can see what I'm doing. I did actually try today to look for a program that I could zoom my webcam in, but I don't think my camera's compatible, which is sad, but there's not much I can do about that. What I might do is when Jordan's over at the weekend, I'll ask him to have a wee look. He's a lot more computer savvy with software stuff. I can get by, don't get me wrong, but his expertise with it is a lot more advanced than mine. I think that's high school it does that to them now. Right, and I'm going to go down the centre as well with this. And on the 10-eye. But at the end of the 10-eye, I'm going to add a tiny wee gemstone or pearl. I'm not sure yet what one I'll add. We'll see what I think looks better when it's done. Yes, that's going to look fab. Now, let me see this to see what I need. I think I'm going to add a wee bit of this crystal through the leaves as well. Not all over, just wee highlights here and there. Because it is really pretty. And although the sparkle's there, it is very, very subtle. It's not a screaming sparkle. I mean, you'll see it. I don't even know if that will pick up actually. You can see it sparkling. Just super pretty. And it's tiny wee amount. I mean, that was only just at the lid for everything there. And then what I'm going to do is just add the butterfly at an angle here, and I'm using quite a bit of silicone because I want it off the page. I don't want it to be sat on the page. So there's it. Turn myself back around. And what I will be doing, let's see what time I'm at. Driving me bananas. That bloody wire. So that's getting chopped down. But I need that part in the middle there to sit down a bit. And that should do it. Right, anyway. So the best it's going to get for me, I think. And that's just under the branch so that you can see it's coming from that. And what I'm going to do here is just trim the leaves down at the top and at the side. And then I need to trim this part off, this tiny bit there, and then trim this branch off. And the same at the other side. And this should be the ideal size now. So I just need a sentiment for it. And what do I want to put in it? Don't know yet. Let's see. Put in here. Not with it on it. Not right anyway. This one maybe. No, that's nothing on it either. Trying to think. Put on it work-wise. Let me see. I don't know what's happening, but Let's go to let's see what we've got. That's it. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Chop it out. Make sure I've only got one page. I've got a terrible habit when I'm using this to cut out about 4 blooming pages. Yeah, that's the one. So I'm just trimming it down as close to it as I can. But because it's scripted writing, it's really difficult to tell if it's straight. Miracles. Yeah. Pain in my head there. Yeah, I'm just going to layer that on every bit of card. Just to give it a bit more structure, and also so I can paint up the background a wee bit. What am I going to paint it with? You know what? Don't need to use that card, I can use one of those cuts of this. Yeah, do that. And then what I'll do is add a wee bit of glitter around, just to give it a wee bit more structure again. And I'm just using my finger there and putting it on my Mod Podge. Just a quickness. Just wipe that on my feet. I honestly am one of the messiest crafters that you could ever imagine. I don't even think I could try and redeem myself by saying anything else, because I'm just so messy. Right, so that's Miracles, and then I'm going to go around it just with a wee bit of this liquidized, crystallized, whatever they call it. And it's this one here, Ice Crystal Glamour Dust Paint. It's superb. There's just nothing else that I can say about it. It's super. And the sparkle you get from it is absolutely beautiful. And you don't need tons and tons of it either. I've got an itchy nose. I wonder who's going to get the sharp end of my tongue today. Probably Max, because he's the only one in the house with me. No, I don't know. I think as the older I get, I'm getting more and more chilled, and less things bother me now than they ever did. Used to be I would get irate about anything. I was on my high horse about any policy that I didn't agree with. I would make it my argument. Otherwise now it's just like, why? I mean, I've still got an opinion on a lot of things, but unless it directly affects me, I tend not to be too involved anymore, because it was getting a bit ridiculous sometimes with me. And I think that'll be us calling it a day. I may add the wee gemstones to the antennae, but that's my wee mixed media ATC. And as you'll see, it's not big, but I mean, that wee butterfly, look at its back on it, and that's not even dry yet. And the same with the wee miracles backed on. Just super pretty. And the branch, yes, it's not stuck down properly yet. That will adhere properly. Over the rest of the day, I'll just be repositioning that until it's stuck down the way it should be. As I said, it is sticking in places, like there, that's stuck, but under the miracles bit isn't stuck yet. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wee go. Mixed media, don't be afraid of it, just batter in and see what you come out with. Thanks for watching, take care, speak soon.